In one of the first retreats I ever attended, the leader offered an ice-breaking exercise she called 7 Steps to Now. In this moment, what pops to the surface as we sit with the question, what brought me here? She was clear that it was only about what surfaced in that particular moment of inquiry. We'd certainly have different answers to what brought us here later in our lives, later in the week, after lunch. So that's where this idea came from. And in the spirit of full disclosure, I'm calling them waves rather than steps, which feels more true to me, and it also gives me more room for creative autobiographical reconstruction. So yes, today my here is Carolyn's lovely and probably foolhardy invitation to share my spiritual journey with you. Another day, perhaps I'll tell a different story, but this is today's. And it's not a talk. It's maybe a poem, it's maybe performance art, I don't really know, but anyway. Wave 1, Thunder Child. Daddy reaches down to hold my hand. I reach up. My toes disappear. The sand is hot. Oh, here's cool, below the hot. Don't step on the shiny blobs, they sting. Watch out for the big waves. Cold water rushes up. Sand swooshes out from beneath. Daddy lifts me. I am safe. There is a playground at Cedar Lane Unitarian Church with a carousel kind of thing, and the big children push it fast. Jumping on is scary. If you miss, you get dragged through the gravel. The slide is made of wood with splinters that catch in my tights and prickle my skin. I dream a bad dream that I lose my hat, the sky-colored one with the pom-pom on top. I see it in the weeds on the edges of the Cedar Lane playground. In my dream, the weeds are in a swamp and everything is dark, and I am very afraid. I fly high on my swing. I swoop down toward the ground. I sing songs to the blue sky, to the white clouds, to the green grass, to the tall trees, and blue and white and green and tall, all sing to me. Snow, ice, cold. Inside smells like forest now. A new friend is here. She is tall and magical and wild, and I love her, and she loves me. I squirm beneath her branches. I take off my glasses, and as I gaze upward, all her tiny colored lights pulse and pulse, halos, stars, glittering glass balls. Her needles whisper to me. Her boughs hold my secrets and my love safe. Leaves lash, branches groan, wind whistles and howls. My wild soul races me outside and I run crazy circles in the yard. Feet slipping on soaked grass, I fall, I gasp. Sprawled flat, my arms fling wide. I am warm rain pummeling. I am chest heaving. I am laughing, crying, howling. I am all of this. Wave 2, Little Criminal. Best Loved Bible Stories for Children is a very colorful picture book. I like how curly David's hair is, but Goliath is just a big guy, not an actual giant. I like the story of Daniel in the lion's den the best. The way a sunbeam shines down into the shadowy cave. The way the lion's teeth are so white and their tongues and lips are so red. Daniel has wavy blonde hair, the same color as the lion's manes. Some lions lounge on the rock floor, 1 or 2 are standing, and a third is walking toward him. They are all so beautiful and powerful and golden. I'm not sure who I want to win. It's a fascinating read. My brother likes to make me cry. Play together nicely, Mom and Dad say, and it works for a while, especially if we're awake too early to turn on Saturday morning cartoons, or if we're camping and there's no one else to play with. But eventually he climbs higher than I can reach, or he tells me the deep water is shallow, or he sits on me and punches me to make our cousins laugh. You and your brother work it out, Mom and Dad say when I cry, but he is bigger and older and stronger, and he hates me. But also, I am a good reader, and he is a bad one. So when he's doing his homework and yells out to Mom how to spell the word, I answer. And he feels stupid, and I feel good. It's only fair. When I was a little kid, Mom and Dad made me take Bible classes at Cedar Lane just so I'd know a few things. Now I get to choose what I want to take. I like the class Dad teaches. I got to help him make the evolution board game he uses. But now I sign up for art class every time, and I make clay owls. I've gotten really good at them. I've made whole families of them. The smaller they are, the trickier to make. They make me happy. Sharon teaches me how to hide candy bars under my shirt at the store. Sharon shows me a pack of her mom's cigarettes. We sneak and steal and smoke the whole summer between 5th and 6th grades. In junior high, Sharon is the first friend in our group to have a boyfriend. Then all the other girls start to want boyfriends. They talk about their stupid hair. They get stupid sexy clothes. They get stupid makeup. They get stupid. Eventually, Sharon gets pregnant. I get straight A's and join the theater club. My brother is arrested for dealing drugs from his bedroom. Mom shakes me down when she hears something rattling in my pockets. It's after Easter. It's jelly beans. My brother and my mom are stupid. On the drive for Christmas vacation to Disney World, we stop at a motel, and I find a Bible in a drawer. I take it. Later, I learn it's okay to take it. It's a fascinating read. Wave 3, roaring. I cannot get far enough, fast enough away from this crowded, noisy, busy town, from these people who all think the same and have no idea of who I am. I have no idea of who I am either, but I intend to find out. Across the state is not far enough. Even with the Chesapeake, the ocean, the Appalachians, all nearby, Maryland is too small and too buzzy. Across the country will do nicely. I step off the airplane and realize I have never been home until this moment. Mountains and sky and vastness and astonishment flood every cell of my body. I yearn to move, to dance, to get strong, to get lost. Al and I fall in love, get engaged. When Lissa hears, she gets me a subscription to Ms. Magazine. There's a women's center on campus with a free lending library. I've always been a reader. Now I read Toni Morrison, Starhawk, Marge Piercy, Z. Budapest, Margaret Atwood, Margot Adler, Alice Walker, Audre Lorde. I get woke. And I get pissed. Girls, women, are actually not my enemies. I was just trained to think they were. Those cute Bible stories aren't benign, and neither are the people who believe them. Those fuckers stole my history, my herstory, stole my spiritual foundation and papered it over with stories about their puny religion, stole my tree, my holy water, my ecstasy, my body, put that pretty blonde dude in the robe front and center, told me lies, told me to shut up, and stole my power. But this I know, although no one has ever told me as much. A loving divine force does not tell people to kill their healers, their midwives, their mothers. They burned 9 million women alive. What a way to silence us. What a way to terrify us. What a way to keep us small. Ever since I was little, boys tormented me for being too big. I hunched through my entire childhood. Now, walking through the Union building, I overhear a couple of boys, feel them looking me up and down. She's kind of hot. Yeah, but she's too big. I stand up straighter as I stride by and silently think, yep, I'm way too big for you, you puny little assholes. Jane comes and lives with us for a while in San Francisco. Now and then she disappears for an evening and returns fresh-faced. Eventually, she tells me she's been going up on the roof of our apartment building, stripping naked and dancing beneath the full moon. I bust out of my marriage and into my life. Wave 4, mystery walk. We're halfway through. When we hike together, Joe has started carrying along a leather bag stuffed with crystals. At the top, at the lake, at the turnaround spot, wherever we stop for lunch and a toke, she lays them out in a mandala. She calls it a medicine wheel. She prays to the directions, to the spirits of the place we're in. She doesn't ask for anything. She just speaks her gratitude. Joe goes to a weekend workshop to learn about shamanism, and then she won't shut up about it. One day, I let her talk me through a journey. I actually go somewhere, and I actually meet an animal there. It's supposed to be my power animal, but I'm instantly skeptical. Well, of course I'm seeing you, I say to the animal. I've always been into you. I've got earrings, t-shirts. I look for you all the time. Pressing her enormous nose to my small one, staring intently into my eyes, she says, "Why do you think you've always been into me?" Because I've always been into you. I've always loved you, and I always will. And I am hooked. The drum is my pony, my canoe, my wings. It takes me places beyond imagination, beyond my wildest dreams. It introduces me to indescribable beings. They teach me songs. They show me the electricity within my cells. Trees embrace me and call me daughter. Ancestors thank me for the healing I offer them. I weep frequently. Ecstasy breaks me open. More helpers emerge. A few are humans offering trainings, workshops, but more are spirit beings. One teaches me to track down lost soul parts, other people's or my own, and shows me how to bring them home. One removes intrusive energies from the body. A couple work together to unravel curses or thought forms that behave like curses. Others guide me and keep me safe so we can help the confused, the lost, the angry, the hungry. Souls no longer in bodies, souls from other dimensions, souls from the past and from the future, souls in forms completely unrecognizable to me as souls. My spirit helpers teach me to guide these suffering beings across their own threshold, to reach their own paradise, to continue the journey of their own soul's evolution. They teach me to bring love and respect to every soul, to recognize every single soul as sovereign. And slowly, I begin to inhabit my own place as a sovereign being. I become an evangelist of sorts, inviting others into the swirl to learn to surf instead of drown in the mystery. I meet Jesus. I watch him send light through his hands into a human body. I watch him take some of his heart and place it inside another. I have conversations with the one-touch healer. He gives me pointers, and we shake our heads together as we try to understand how so many people could have gotten him so wrong. It was never about them worshiping me, he says. It was about them seeing what's possible for everyone. I witness miracles. I experience miracles. As I take myself into the wild world, more religiously, in the silence and the sweat and the expansiveness, I am dismembered. The sentient beings of forest, mountain, desert, ocean lovingly remove all that has intruded into my energy field. all the not me that sets up house in my cells, in my mind. And as they return me to my true self, I am remembered over and over again until I myself can remember my own sovereignty. Wave 5, communion. All along, through the wheeling years, circles and spirals whirl around me. So many gatherings, so many communities, so many families of choice, so many sisters of choice. Circles of women, circles that spiral into being and sometimes dissolve again. Weekends, full moons, solstices and equinoxes, campouts, walkabouts, women drumming, dancing, singing, women howling at the moon. Here, and now here, women discovering ourselves, fully inhabiting the center of our own lives. Women dancing as if no one is watching. Women dancing because of how it feels to dance. Women throwing our heads back and laughing loudly, not caring who hears. Women naked in the hot plunge, naked in the steam room, naked in the pools. All ages, shapes, sizes, scars, bulges, bones, bald spots. Laughing, singing, talking, weeping, silent, eyes closed, floating, arms outstretched, trusting, safe with ourselves, with each other. We hold each other up. We see ourselves in each other's eyes. We know ourselves as holy. Wave 6, weaving. These great deep river channels ebb and flow, ecstatic moments of song erupting from within, since earliest memory, songs I don't know, yet somehow my soul knows how to sing them. Losing myself, surprising myself in instruments, rhythms, melodies. Long moments of gray, of exhaustion, nothing flowing but fear that the waters are running dry. Losing myself in colors, textures, collage, making power tools, making altars, casting spells. All these makings, which sometimes work and sometimes become encrusted with dust, and certainly with time will turn to dust. Writing projects flow and inspire, then peter out, then flow again, sometimes. Shamanism becomes songwriting. Songwriting becomes altar building. Hiking becomes communion. Ever richer the more alone I am, the more silent, deepening in communion with sentient beings of rock and wood and water, wind and fin and feather. Trees sing through me. Falcons sings through me. Oceans sing through me. Heartbeats become drum beats, become the beats of mountains rising and falling. This aging business is, as I once heard a woman describe giving birth, an awesome and revolting process. And this aging business is a sacred dance. I barter my physical strength for knowing a few more things, and certainly for knowing myself more deeply and with more compassion. Sometimes my own prayers are shifting, less asking, more thanking. I disappear more often with joyful abandonment. My yearning for community does battle with my yearning for quietude. Quietude seems to be winning. I slip between the dimensions and find silence in the midst of wild places growing ever less wild. I am unbecoming. Wave 6, full circle. Most recently, in the midst of the daily tsunami wave of too much, too busy, save the world, save it now fatigue, a new possibility emerges. A workshop in Celtic shamanism, the shamanism of my genetic tribe, instructs me to find a new place to start my journeys. And the place that arises is the playground at Cedar Lane Unitarian Church. There are weeds beyond the playground in my journey, and a dark swamp. There is a thick, thick mist, and I can see nothing. A new power animal welcomes me with prancing delight, and I jump on his back, and he races me through the mist, a mist glowing golden with an unidentifiable light, to a verdant land I have never known, and I fall to my knees. Oh, I am so not afraid. I am home.